Welcome to today's video. So we're going to be talking about Starfox 2. Well, Starfox on the Switch 2, the reboot. That is the fourth time they're making Starfox 64. So there's a lot of controversy with this right now. I wasn't going to really make a video about this, but then I kind of just like saw that online, all the people just kind of glazing these designs, which like, complete. What is that?
Extend the wings.
It makes no sense. So, I myself am someone that grew up on the GameCube era. It itself is a failed era in Nintendo's eyes, but in a lot of fans' eyes in today's day, there's so many gems from that era. So, like, I'm just gonna have this playing in the background a little bit so we can have some action. But there's games like Starfox. Well, for example, we'll just stay in the Starfox. Like I could go name a bunch of other ones that I like growing up as a kid that I play again, and they're good. Ones that didn't really see the light of day, like Custom Robo. Fire Emblem is one of the ones that survived the test of time, but Advanced Wars was one that was good. Obviously, it's not on the GameCube, but it's from that same era, on the GBA and the GameCube era. Obviously, it itself also had a reboot one that didn't do well, but that's its whole other thing in itself. But Star Fox had two of its best games that also branched out from the norm of Star Fox on it. Star Fox Adventures, which is one of the best games. Let me just switch over to that right now. This game right here, one of the best games ever made. I used to go to Blockbuster and play this game, but I guess that's just Unk status, boomer coded. But no, it had a good story. You played around, you got to see Crystal, you got to see Star Fox. GameCube had Super Smash Bros. Melee. Like a lot of people's experience and first time seeing Fox was him in a fighting game, right? So you get to use his model and everything. This game is a classic. You get to play around as him. So
what is up, everybody?
Growing up, oh great, commercial.
So
sorry. No YouTube Premium. Don't make fun of me, guys. Please, bro, please. But like, most of his early games, you get to play as him moving around, and or not early games. The ones in the GameCube era, there were a lot of people's early games for him. You walk around, you do things. You don't have the ship. So it's just this cool game like that, an adventure. This one's very Legend of Zelda-like, where you play as Fox. He does have a little bit of a realistic fur to him, but like this is from back then, and then like it's stylized, right? It's not this Uncanny Valley, like, what is this? Uncanny Valley, just like creepy, overly hyper realistic, you know? Like, what is that? Why do we want that? The ship looks cool. Like, I'm not going to be a complete hater. The ship looks cool. It is cool that it's that. But this, like, what is this? This isn't Star Fox. This is like Nintendo being like, oh, we want to do what other game studios do. Everything has to be overly realistic and stylized now. And I don't know. In my opinion, it's kind of dumb. Like, the whole point of Nintendo games is that they had their own unique art style. They use their smaller parameters and limitations to create better gameplay and work around things like that. We have like Splatoon is its own unique game. We had all the Star Foxes. They had Arms. Arms didn't do well. It was kind of stupid. I guess that's a bad example. But Mario obviously is a classic one. All these games, they just had limitations and they did their own kind of thing. But now, the real creepy crop, which I'm surprised they haven't done stuff more, was Star Fox Assault. You know, it's the combination of the ships doing its own thing with having them on the ground. It was like a third-person shooter. The controls were pretty crisp.
You should see the shield.
So to me, it seems like this.
Keep coming till you're neutralized.
It's cool. You get to see them all. And then they have their art style. They have their design. You see it. You know it's Fox. You can play them. Like, they just had a new movie with Star Fox in it, and like the Mario movie, he just shows up in it, and he basically is let's see. Fox in the Galaxy movie. He fits him. He looks like it. He looks just like how Fox looks. Like, that's sick. Yeah, it's an illumination, all that. But it looks way better than this like uncanny valley thing we have, or where they have their like legs. It's just like rough, you know. But play the devil's advocate here, we do have to understand like that. Okay, sorry for all these. I'm just making you guys watch freaking ads at this point. We have all these different versions of Fox in them, but like we have this style. We have the different games. It's the same game remade for the 4th time, which yes, we want to get new people coming in and playing. But they did a whole direct. They did this whole thing. Nintendo's going to look at it and want to get the numbers up to get the sales to see if Starfox even still is worth keeping around. So that's like the kind of awkward double-edged sword we have here, because if we don't do, then you just keep being like the die-hard fanboys of Nintendo. Like, I love Nintendo. They have some of the best games, and now they're just like turning into something else. Like what they did with Metroid. That new Metroid game is open world and there's nothing there, and it's just all stupid, and they're just like, oh, people like open world, we have to do that. And then obviously the Wii U one killed Star Fox, but the ones on the GameCubes were sick. You could do the ship, you could do it all. They had the characters, the stylization. But to me, what the ideal situation would have been to take, if they're gonna redo it, they should have also put both of the other Star Fox games onto the Virtual Console GameCube on the Switch too. Like, that has no games on it. You can use the multiplayer feature on it. You can get people excited for it. Like this shit's so good. And Smash. But it just doesn't make any sense. And then people are like die-hard fanboys. You can't ever have a conversation, like an actual conversation about the Nintendo idiocracy. Like they're just getting paid to do stupid things. They keep making these horrible decisions lately. It's like their new identity is to just like keep failing. But like back in the Wii era and the GameCube era, and even the Wii U and 3DS, like the 3DS was peak. They did a really good job doing a lot of stuff. They did good remakes. Like Super Mario RPG is something that kept its stylization and the stuff. But like this part's so sick. Fox just solos Rayquaza. Just like, that's just such aura. Just like, oh, casual. Boom, you're done. Like what? Lord of the Skies just gets smoked by Fox. Come out! And like, this is him. He has his legs. Same with Falco. They're not trying to be furry bait. I mean, I guess arguably it's always furry bait. But to me, I don't know. I just kind of want to get that out there. It just seems like a lot of people are just sucking up to this and being like, oh, the graphics are amazing. I love the graphics. Like, yeah, it has cool graphics, but he looks hideous. The ships look cool, but like they can still have the cool graphics, do all this stuff, and still make Fox and them look cool, right? Keep the identity, keep the stuff going. The gameplay is going to be the same. It's going to be fun. It's Star Fox. It's basically just the same game it's been for years. To me, I think if they were going to do a whole direct like they did, doing like bring back those GameCube games on the Virtual Console, then also doing this, and then maybe even trying an experimental game coming up next, or have something coming. Like, how much work? Like, yes, they did a lot of cutscenes, right? They did a lot of work with that, but like, how much work does this really take? Like, why does he gotta look like that? It's like some fan fiction for like furry bait. But yeah, I don't know. This is probably just pointless. Everyone's just falling for it, but like this shit's like, this was peak. Let me play this on the Switch too. Let me do this again.
Nobody ever brings me
Like,
gifts
come on.
anymore.
This shit was so good. And then like this one. So let's play this again. We can play 4-player on this. Like, this is the perfect game to use all the stuff. You get the cool guns.
Fox, these guys are all over me. Get rid of them.
It's perfect. And it has a decent story. It's nothing like, I wouldn't say it's the best ever, but it definitely was unique for its time, and it would be a great thing to kind of bring back and then get fans coming, right? You wouldn't have to pay, it wouldn't be much money to bring these back. I just don't understand. I guess I have to look at the cost benefit. Everything's a boardroom thing. Everything's about the shareholder value now, so whatever. But yeah, so that's just my 2 cents, and everyone's getting their own 2 cents in, but hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for tuning in. Starfox, Fox, all of them, they are near and dear to my heart. They're one of my favorite Nintendo franchises. Earthbound, Fire Emblem, Advance Wars, Mario, Kirby's good, Starfox, man, it's right up there. And Custom Robo, that would be great to bring back too, but that's another thing itself. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully, although they think that people like Star Fox film, they actually make a cool new game finally out there. So we shall see.
Don't worry.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Pluffcan TV out.